You know, what if I told you that the most important part of your workout actually happens when you're not even in the gym? Today, we're going to dive deep into this idea of the 24-hour performance cycle, because it turns out the 23 hours outside the gym are what truly unlock your real potential. I mean, we've all been there, right? Some days you walk into the gym, you feel unstoppable. Other days, you're just dragging. You feel like you're putting in all this work, but the results just aren't consistent. What if the answer isn't about lifting heavier, but about something totally different, like your body's own internal clock? And that's the whole secret. The key isn't just to work harder, it's to work smarter. You have to understand that your workout is just the spark, the real fire, the actual muscle growth. That's all fueled by how you recover. So let's break down how to really master this entire 24-hour cycle. Okay, so if the workout is the signal we're sending to our bodies, how do we make that signal as strong and as clear as possible? Well, it all starts with picking the absolute best exercises. There's this great point from fitness expert Jeff Nippard that really nails it. For years, we've been obsessed with which exercises activate a muscle the most. But that's kind of missing the point. There's a much more powerful principle at play here. So, here's the new framework. A truly great exercise has three key ingredients. One, it has to create high tension when the muscle is fully stretched out. Two, it has to feel good on your joints, no pain. And three, you've got to be able to consistently add weight or reps over time. Now, that first point, tension in the stretched position, that's where the real magic happens. I know, this might sound a little bit like science class, but stick with me for a second, because this is an absolute game changer. When you challenge a muscle while it's fully elongated, you unlock this incredibly powerful growth signal. It's called stretch-mediated hypertrophy. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Okay, just look at the classic hamstring curl. When you're lying down doing it, your hamstrings are pretty much in a neutral position. But when you do it seated, your hamstrings are already stretched at the hip before you even start the movement. It's a small change in setup, but it has a massive, massive impact on your results. So, how much of a difference are we talking about here? Does that little pre-stretch really matter? Well, the results from a recent study are pretty staggering. We're talking 1.5 times more muscle growth. Yep, a 12-week study found that the seated hamstring curl led to way more muscle growth than the lying version. And why? It's almost certainly because it puts the muscle under tension in its most stretched position. This is just incredible proof that how you do an exercise is just as important as what exercise you do. Okay, so you've just finished the perfect workout. You've sent this powerful signal for muscle growth. But now what? This is where those other 23 hours of the day come into play, and it all revolves around your body's internal master clock. See, you don't actually build muscle while you're lifting the weights. You build it while you're recovering. And that recovery process isn't random. It's a highly orchestrated event, and it runs on a very strict 24-hour schedule. So let me introduce you to the conductor of your body's orchestra, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN for short. This tiny little spot in your brain is your master clack. It sets the tempo for everything, including when your body decides to repair and rebuild muscle. And if your SCN is out of sync, guess what? Your gains are going to be out of sync too. All right, so how do we make sure our body's repair crew is actually working on the right schedule? How do we sync up our lifestyle with our internal clock to just maximize every bit of recovery? The good news is it's way simpler than you might think. Your master clock is set by a few really key environmental cues. Getting direct sunlight in the morning is like firing a starting pistol for your day. Keeping a consistent sleep schedule keeps that internal rhythm steady. And avoiding bright light at night, that tells your body it's time to wind down and start the repair process. And listen, these aren't just good habits. They are direct commands to your body. They dictate your energy levels, your digestion, and most importantly for us, they tell your body exactly when it's time to repair and rebuild the muscles you worked so hard to break down in the gym. And this is where it all just clicks into place. When you pair a really smart workout with a perfectly timed recovery schedule, your body becomes an absolute muscle-building machine. You can actually get better results with less time in the gym. So just how efficient can you be? This next number might honestly blow your mind. 60%. What do you think that represents? That's right. You can achieve 60% of your maximum muscle growth potential with just 3 high-quality sets per muscle group per week. Just think about that for a second. By focusing on smart exercise selection and optimizing your recovery, you can get the majority of your results from a fraction of the effort you might be putting in now. So the takeaway here is pretty simple. Your workout, isn't just 1 hour of your day. It's the starting point of a 24-hour cycle. And to really build muscle effectively, you have to sync your entire day with that goal. So here it is, your 24-hour performance checklist. In the gym, focus on exercises that challenge your muscles in that stretched position, and don't be afraid to push yourself to failure. Outside the gym, get that morning sunlight to set your internal clock and protect your recovery with a consistent sleep schedule. It really is a simple formula for some incredibly powerful results.
So I'll just leave you with this. You've probably spent countless hours trying to perfect your workout, but have you spent any time trying to perfect your day? Because the answer to that question, well, it could be the key that unlocks all the progress you've been working so hard for.